Well, greetings, everybody. It is just it's another one of those opportunities to go virtual at Salus University. Last year when we did this, we were, I think, able to get together in a beautiful venue that was indoors. Well, today we've got a beautiful venue that's outdoors. And we're here to honor the recipients of our presidential medals. And this is something that's unbelievably special at the university. We started giving presidential medals probably 20 years before I actually got to the university. And what these medals are supposed to really delineate are the accomplishments of people who graduated first from the Pennsylvania College of Optometry and now from Salus University. And these are very special people. These are people who have really made outstanding contributions to the university, maybe to their specific program or college, but most importantly, to the professions that they serve. And this year, we have 4 unbelievably talented people that we're honoring. We're honoring Dr. Fern Silverman from the Occupational Therapy Program. Fern was here at the beginning. She helped to shape the Occupational Therapy Program to what it is today. And then when we decided we're going to develop an Occupational Therapy doctoral program, Fern was the one we turned to take the lead and to take that program to the excellent positioning that we are at this very day. So Fern, congratulations. We also are honoring an audiologist today, Dr. Victor Bray. Now Victor literally was here from the beginning. First, he was the dean of the school for a long time, and now he's a very distinguished faculty member. Victor has made extraordinary contributions to our program, to the audiology program, and to audiology research along his way. And we're very, very lucky to have Victor here, and obviously as a recipient. And then we get to optometry, our oldest program, and maybe some of our oldest faculty. First, we're going to honor Dr. Neil Neyman. Neil has been a fixture at the university, at the Eye Institute in particular, for a long time. Many students, many of my counterparts, remember having Neil as a clinical instructor. The impacts Neil made to ethics, to clinical practice, and to clinical acumen while he was here really has become his legacy, and that's being served by all of our graduates. So now both Neil and Jeffrey are Medal of Honor winners. And finally, Dr. Andrew Gerwood. Now all I need to say is Andrew Gerwood, and people go, oh, you don't have to say any more. Andrew, he fills the room when he comes in with his spirit, with his knowledge, and just with the fact that he is so excited about optometry. I was not lucky enough to be one of his students. I was one of his dad's students, and the apple has not fallen far from the tree. Andy has really epitomized what it is to be a clinician, an optometrist, and a teacher. You can look at these 4 recipients and you can see why the Pennsylvania College of Optometry, the Osborne College of Audiology, the College of Health Sciences Education and Rehabilitation are at the pinnacle of health sciences education. These 4 individuals have brought so much to these colleges that it puts us right on the map, and it really differentiates us from many of our peers. So I want to thank the 4 of you for being part of our family, but also to congratulate you for your fantastic achievements. Congratulations and good luck.
It is an honor to be receiving this medal, and it has really been a privilege for me working at Salus for the past number of years and helping support their mission of improving the health and wellness of everybody in the community. And I have really felt that I've been able to leave my footprint on the occupational therapy program, helping to launch both the master's degree and the doctoral programs, and I really enjoyed that process. You know, when I came to Salus, I knew that I'd be working with a lot of highly trained scholars who are wonderful clinicians, and that was really something I was excited about. What I didn't know was that I would meet so many wonderful colleagues and make so many dear friends among those people. And it has really been a wonderful thing for me to be part of the Salas family. So thank you again for this wonderful honor. And it's really been a wonderful experience for me being part of Salas.
Hello. It's without being redundant, an honor to receive this Presidential Medal of Honor. I'm grateful for President Middleman to recognize my work here at Salas University and also the body of work of my career coming here and the work that I'm doing now outside of the university. As I look at the presidential honorees, I realize there's some very important people who I've worked with, who I treasure my time with them. One was President Tom Lewis, who had the vision to take an optometry program and transition it to a university. Dr. Tony DiStefano, who was the Vice President of Academic Affairs, who recruited me to come here and implement a plan. And that plan, of course, was put in place by Dr. George Osborne. And it's a shame that his death preceded the formation of the college that he envisioned. Another audiologist who was very important was Dr. Gail Goodmanson, the only audiologist to serve on the Board of Trustees, and who helped transition the time between Dr. Osborne's death and my arrival. We've been able to accomplish some great things in the college, taking the idea and the plan that Dr. Osborne had and bringing it to life and implementing it and making the college become a national and international program of significance. When I look back at these people I've mentioned, they're all giants in their profession. They're giants in the history of Salas. I am no giant. I'm merely fortunate to be able to have had the opportunity to stand on their shoulders and carry on a project and work on a very worthwhile goal. Nobody is recognized for something like this in isolation, and you certainly cannot do it. It's always built around teams collaborating. And we're very fortunate in the College of Audiology that we've had faculty who have been there to grow the program. We've had staff supporting us and helping us achieve our goals. We have the administrators outside of the college who have nurtured us along and allowed us to bloom and grow into what we are. And of course, our many students who have had the courage to come here and take on a new, powerful, very hard curriculum designed for the future of audiology. And I'm grateful to our students, the staff, the administrators, the faculty, all who were significant contributors to my receiving this medal. So thank you all very much, and this is certainly quite an honor.
I'd like to thank Salas University and all those people who were responsible for ultimately giving me this award. I am humbled by it, and it has been a cap for my career, which ended in 2019 when I retired after approximately 34 years at Salas, preceded by another 10 or so years teaching at the New England College of Optometry and the Southern California College of Optometry. When I was notified that I would be the recipient of this prestigious award and that I would be asked to make a speech, I thought immediately of my grandchildren, whom I spend a lot of time with now. I have two beautiful little grandchildren. And we watch Daniel Tiger a lot. And of course, Daniel Tiger was produced by Fred Rogers' company, Mr. Rogers. And so when I was thinking about a speech, I remember seeing his acceptance speech for the TV Hall of Fame. And it was a very inspirational speech, so I kind of borrowed a little bit from Mr. Rogers for the speech. And he pointed out when he was inducted that many people, of course, friends, family, colleagues, helped him along the way. And he asked people in the audience to take 10 seconds to just think about those people who helped form them, who loved them into being, is the way Mr. Rogers put it. And so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to mention that there have been so many people that have helped me along the way, of course, starting with my parents, long gone now but not forgotten, who encouraged me to go into the profession of optometry many, many years ago when I was really uncertain of what I wanted to do. It turned out to be a very, very good decision for me with their help. Of course, I want to specifically thank the people on the committee that nominated me and helped select me. I am forever grateful to them. I'd like to thank my colleagues here at the college, particularly at the College of Optometry and at the Institute where I worked all those years, who helped me along the way and whom I learned a great deal from. I'd especially like to thank my family, my loving wife, Edie, who, without whom, of course, I couldn't be here today, who has encouraged me and put up with me along the way for so many years. My wonderful son, Jake, and his beautiful wife, Jen, and their two beautiful grandchildren, Max and Bailey, whom I've mentioned already, who I spend a lot of time with now that I'm retired. And you know, when you think about all these people that have helped me, and as I say, loved me into being, some of whom are here and some who are in heaven, as Mr. Rogers would say, I think of how happy and pleased they would be to know that I'm thinking of them now, that they helped me to reach this point, this very special point in my life, really. So once again, thank you so much to Salis and to the committee for extending this wonderful honor to me. I will always be grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Middleman. Thank you, Board of Trustees. Thank you for anybody that had anything to do with honoring me in this way. I think that awards are the product of contributing efforts. And so I'm getting this award, but I'd like to share it with all the people that paved the way for me to get here. And so there are three groups of people that I want to thank. The groups on the clinical side, the groups on the didactic side, and then residents and students who always push you to be the best. On the clinical side, the list is long. I had a lot of great mentors. First and foremost, my good friend, Chris Reinhardt, and also Neil Neyman. His brother, Jeff Neyman, Bernie Blaustein, Joel Silbert, Connie Chronister, Jean Pagani, Holly Myers, and of course, Dick Bennett. Administratively, Maria Parisi and Melissa Trego have always been supportive and helped me in any way. They're glass half full people, and they've always been able to support me in the ways that I needed to make sure that I was progressing and growing properly. On the didactic side, Al Beyer, Lorraine Lombardi, Tom Lewis, Perrette Deha Barker, Felix Barker, Tony DeStefano, and someone who came up with me has always been supportive, there for advice, there to help me grow, Helene Kaiser. Your residents and your students make you be the best you can. And people like Basant Labib, DeGaulle Chigbu, Mark Street, Alyssa Coyne, and of course, my business partner of 20 years who was my resident, Mark Myers. It would be wrong for me not to mention people that have given me guidance along the way in all sorts of life, and that would be Mark Boas. And it would be wrong for me not to mention my mentor at Albert Einstein Medical Center, Department of Ophthalmology, where I have worked for 30 years as an attending, and that's Vincent Young, MD. Awards are the product of shared efforts. And I don't want to accept this award without mentioning all of these people that I shared the award with. I thank you very much for this prestigious honor, and I hope to continue my time here at Salis University and continue to be productive.